feel like the Deadlock community is back to its normal post-update curiosity as everyone wonders what is coming next to the game. Hey everyone, this is Connor here at Dead Unlocked, and I want to get into some updates we got from Yoshi this past week about what fans can expect next, and also get into some leaks about some things that could be coming to the game's matchmaking to hopefully improve it, add some more depth, things that we've definitely been needing in the game. Let's get right to it. I want to start first with what we actually got from Yoshi. Sometimes he replies to things in the Deadlock official Discord and doesn't make official announcements about it, and things like this can kind of fall through the cracks, but we actually got an update that Yoshi has rolled out some fixes for new accounts getting placed in higher elo. This was the Deadlock Intel posted this, but Yoshi said we've done some matchmaking fixes related to new accounts. Very brief post, but this is something that has definitely been something if you've seen on social media. There are a lot of accounts with like 10 games played, 20 games played, they're getting placed in like Phantom or something. So there's definitely issues with matchmaking at the moment, and Yoshi and the developers are definitely trying to work on it at the very least. We also got an update the same day. These both come from February 24th. Deadlock Intel posted this one as well. Yoshi's working on another balance patch. Yoshi said here, don't have a time estimate just yet, but we are actively working on one kind of in response to a question about a balance patch. This kind of is one of those pieces of news you could report on any time, and it's probably true. Developers are somewhat always working on a balance patch, but it feels like there is a bit of an urgent sense for one right now. There still need to be some more nerfs probably to those new heroes that were released and some other changes to some of the older heroes that feel like they've become pretty irrelevant. So I think this is something developers know is a problem, and so when you kind of put together matchmaking and balance as kind of Deadlock's two arguably biggest problems right now, it seems like developers are on those and working on them, which is good to see from the community standpoint. And kind of on the same note of matchmaking and quality of life when you're going to queue in Deadlock, I want to talk about a few interesting leaks from Deadlock Project 8. A few of these are tangentially related to things that I've reported on in the past about kind of in-game cinematics being something that we should expect coming to Deadlock, and it looks like we're getting some of that and potentially draft modes coming to the game. Again, things that we would expect, but cool to see kind of first images of it here, potential renderings of what these things could look like. In the Project 8 post, we have like things in the files like match intro, hero reveal card, things like that, things kind of directly looking like they're modeled towards a draft. And it would be really cool, you know, when you go to queue in Deadlock right now, when you go up to the play, you know, person sitting there, it's a tarot card dealer, and it'd be really cool if the tarot card kind of concept here ended up being the case for how you queued into a game. Would really make a lot of sense. And then Project 8 also posted via Dirt Killer here that there's going to be probably match highlights that appear, where it's like kind of like a 20-second post-match video that shows you best plays. This again, these things that kind of zhuzh up the cinematic elements of the game are things that we should expect as the game gets closer and closer to whenever the open beta may be, or just towards a more official release point. We will get more things to kind of fluff up the experience and make it look and feel more like a proper game that's out versus kind of what it is now, which does feel more like at times an early development game. Overall though, just from my own read on the situation, kind of reading the room of leaks I've seen and rumors I've heard and whatnot, there really isn't a set timetable right now for when we should expect an update or a patch coming to Deadlock, or even something bigger like additions of draft or some of these in-game cinematic elements I was talking about. It feels like developers are kind of, in a sense, going back to the drawing board post-update. It feels like there are things that have been in progress for a long time that I assume will continue to be worked on, but as far as a next update goes right now, I do not have a timeline on that. I predicted a while ago that we'd get something in March. I still think that we'll get at least some kind of decent patch in March. I don't think we'll go the whole month without anything, but it may be that a more substantial patch comes in the summer. Again, it's Valve, we never really know. In the meantime though, I'll continue to report on all the news that does come across kind of the pipeline. I've been doing a little bit less news reporting lately, in part because I want to work on some educational content for the channel, but also because there's just been less to report on. So I never want to feel like we're grasping at straws with what we report on here. I want everything to feel like it's actually news. So if you're seeing less news videos from me, that's really the only reason why. So anyway, just wanted to make that clear. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Very excited for what's next in Deadlock, even if we don't know exactly what that is right now. Still always stoked for this game, and we just got the update anyway. I'm still just really enjoying playing the new heroes anyway. So, as always, thank you all so much for tuning in, and from our house to yours, we'll see you all next time here at Dead Unlocked.